Well, it's another day and another message from our AI overlords telling us that software engineers will be out of a job in 6 to 12 months. Thank you. Truly. Comforting stuff. So the Cursor team decided they were done talking and wanted to prove it. Welcome to our channel. They took their $2.3 billion of VC funding and ran an experiment. Hundreds of AI agents running nonstop for a week, all working on one project. The goal? Build a fully functioning web browser from scratch, which, just to be clear, is one of the hardest pieces of software you can attempt. Even Microsoft struggles with this, and they literally own a browser. At first, the agents were let loose with no hierarchy. Flat structure. Total freedom. Each agent would announce what file it was working on, lock it, and go to town. And almost immediately, everything fell apart. Agents held locks for too long. Some forgot to release them entirely. Others locked files they weren't even working on. Throughput collapsed so badly that 20 agents were doing the work of 2 or 3, while the rest just waited. Sound familiar? With no hierarchy, the agents became risk-averse. They avoided hard problems. They made tiny, safe changes. Nobody took ownership of end-to-end work. Progress stalled, which, honestly, is the most human thing I've ever seen an AI do. So the Cursor team changed strategy. They introduced planners and workers. Planners reviewed the codebase and created tasks. Workers picked up tasks and just grinded. No coordination, no big picture. Finish task. I'm June. Push code. Move on. And then there was a judge agent whose job was to decide whether the work was good enough or whether to fire everyone and start over. At this point, every experienced developer watching this got instant corporate PTSD. Congratulations. You've reinvented management. They let this structure run for a full week with no human intervention. Allegedly, it produced 1 million lines of code across 1,000 files, burning what could easily be $3 to $5 million worth of tokens. So what did we get? A browser that kind of loads Apple's website. Sometimes. In screenshots. And yes, browsers are hard, so let's be generous. But there was a small issue. It didn't compile. This was a Rust project, which means no one ran cargo build. When people tried, they hit dozens of errors and hundreds of warnings. Pull requests immediately ask things like, is there a CI that actually works? And is the screenshot the thing we're meant to be impressed by? Because by any reasonable definition, this was not a functioning browser. Things got worse when developers inspected the code. The Cursor team claimed the agents wrote an HTML parser, CSS parser, JavaScript engine, selector matching, SEV rendering, all from scratch. They didn't. Those pieces were imported from existing projects like Servo and QuickGAs. And when users tested the so-called custom JavaScript engine against web standards, it failed immediately. Then, Gregory Sork, one of the actual architects of Servo, stepped in. And his verdict was brutal. He described the code as spaghetti, the architecture as nonsense, the rendering loop as fundamentally wrong, not copied, not reused properly, just uniquely bad. His conclusion was simple. The agents didn't build a browser. They built something they thought was a browser. And that's the key point. AI is powerful, incredibly useful, but it doesn't understand standards. It doesn't understand intent. It doesn't understand why systems are designed the way they are. It needs humans in the loop at every level of abstraction. Unleashing autonomous agents doesn't replace engineers. It just recreates all the same problems, faster, louder, and more expensively. In the end, this felt less like a breakthrough and more like a marketing stunt to justify a very large valuation for a modified Vs code fork. But hey, gaming is game. AI didn't kill software engineering. It just proved, again, why